Hello. How are you? I'm doing fantastic. Which is, I hate to say it, it's a little rare these days sometimes, but you know, it's life. Uh, I, I'm, I've been kind of going through some shit. It happens. We've all had those moments. And sometimes you just have to take the little wins as best as you can. You can make those get really, really big for you. It can really do some wonders for you. So my recent wins today is that after 4 days of complaining to DHL to get me some stuff that I ordered last week, it finally showed up today. So I don't know if y'all have any preferences to who you use for shipping. For me, it's just whoever's the cheapest, but not this time. That's gonna be something completely different. But I've got my hydration. I've got my game. I've got you. Let's have some fun. All right. So, last time... Wow. 9th cycle. Okay. What happened to us? We had a number of things happen. We got scared by the octopus dog. We got kicked out of our first job. We've gotten onto another job. The fuzz is about to get us. I think that's only got one more cycle to go. We've got some things to do. All right. Oh. I've got an upgrade, and we've already completed this evening. All right. Let's see. What did we do last? Oh. I have a skill point. Oh, that takes 2. Have tempted to pick this one, but at the same time, I kind of want to save my upgrade points for this. I think we'll do that. So we can't really do anything else right now, so... let's end this cycle. We've got 2 stabilizers, so we're good on this. Oh boy. All right, so we need more energy. We've got a 6, a 4, and a 2. So we've got some options for us today. Ooh. All right, before we do that, let's go over here. Do we have... we've barely got enough. Woof, we're gonna need some more, Ooh, we've got an apartment to get to, which means we're gonna need a lot more cryo. Oh boy. All right. We're gonna need to make some things happen. There we go. All right. Also want to say a special shout out to Rusty Coyote A and Chimera Christine for the follows over the past week. Thank you so much. All right, let's see what happens here. Huh, gotta remember my voices now. It's only been a week. As you arrive, Fang comes striding towards you, taking you by surprise. Let's go, sleeper. He puts a hand on your shoulder and turns you back the way you came. You've got a thing for touching me. Go where? To see Hardin Hurst. He gives you a sideways glance. Isn't that what you're here for? He steps into the passageway, guiding you down ring towards the shipyard. Sorry for the hurry, but we have something of an opportunity. That data you ripped? Well done, by the way, he grins. Tells me Hardin is making a rare inspection of the sidereal horizon this cycle. It's the perfect chance to confront him outside of that compound he hides in. Fang takes a sharp turn onto a dimly lit side passage. Confront him? That's right, it's the perfect time. Fang slows and slips into a dark service tunnel where, somewhere in the black, a water pipe drips. It's him, sleeper. The same Hardin Hurst. Our worm ripped out decades of records that mention him by name, an entire trail of documentation from the first days of the Solheim collapse until now. He wrote out the whole thing, slipped into Havenage when it first broke off from the Union. He paces in the tunnel, a hand rubbing at the back of his head. I need you to understand something about Solheim, sleeper. I don't know what you know about the collapse, but it wasn't as instant as it sounds. It wasn't like Solheim was here, running the station one day, and the next Erland's Union took power. Back then, Solheim knew this place was slipping away from them. As the palladium market collapsed, they tried to keep the contractors here working. The pay got smaller, the costs higher. People like my parents were forced to work non-stop just to keep a berth on the station and water in their tanks. Solheim squeezed every last worker until the mistakes, the accidents, were coming in non-stop. And as new waves of contractors came in, desperate to work, Solheim welcomed them, taking bribes instead of checking pilot licenses. The whole time, Solheim was folding up, dragged into court cases in the central systems, while this severed limb of a station still desperately tried to take all it could. The riots came after the collision at Dock 2. A young pilot, his MEV overloaded with palladium, miscalculated his trajectory and took out a section of the ring. Hundreds died, thousands panicked. My parents told me people were terrified, and the blame fell squarely on Solheim. People like to tell stories about Erland, how he brought the factions together, spoke to the crowds, turfed out Solheim. Maybe that's true. But my mother, pregnant with me, locked herself in their MEV and welded it to the dock while my father joined the improvised crews trying to seal up the ragged edges of the gap. He never came back. Fang pauses in the dark. They sealed it up, though. By the time they did, Solheim was gone, abandoning every one of us to the black. Apart. Fang finally turns back to you now, his eyes burning. From shits like Hardin. Shits who held their place, rode it out, and slipped into the new structure like nothing had changed, standing shoulder to shoulder with those they had exploited at every step. Fang starts walking again. That's why I can't just let him strut around the shipyard. This time, his past catches up with him. Excuse me. How is he still alive? Clearly, you don't know much about executives. That kind of power comes with certain benefits. Feng rejoins the main passageway, which is now wide and glass-roofed. Through the ceiling, you can see ships in mid-construction, their flanks lit by the flashes of plasma torches. The entrance to the shipyard is ahead. Let's go. Feng grins. Let's go show the shithead some consequences. You know, still don't quite trust him, but I like his moxie. He strides to the shipyard entrance and pushes through the doors. A web of corridors lead through the complex, snatches of the construction bays always appearing through windows. Ships are suspended like whale corpses, skeletal, imposing. Feng seems to know exactly where he's going, and before long you cross into a huge dry dock locked into one side of the sidereal horizon. A network of platforms and scaffolding cling to the ship's hull, filled with workers and equipment. The sound is stretched out by the vast space so that the welding, cutting, and sealing seems to come from everywhere at once. Both you and Feng spot them at the same time, a group walking slowly across a gantry. Probably I should have that down a little bit. That's fine. And at the front, two men. One gesturing towards the ship and the other, stick-thin, cleanly dressed with a shock of gray hair. Hardin. You and Feng say his name in unison, and Feng sets off up the staircase to the gantry with you following behind. As you come to the same level, the group is passing closer, the foreman gesturing to the work being done throughout the dock, and Hardin nodding along. Hardenhurst! Feng shouts across the noise, taking you by surprise. His voice bounces and comes back in a rippling echo. The figures turn. Yes? Hardin asks quizzically, raising an eyebrow. He glances between you and Feng, and you see his gaze linger on your body, unsure of why a sleeper might be in this place. You are a traitor, Hardin, a Solheim executive who tried to hide here among its victims. Feng's voice is steady, strong. You stand for everything the Eye was rebuilt in the shadow of, against everything Erland stood for, everything Havenage stands for. You have no place on this station. For a moment, stillness descends on the group, as if everyone was held in place by the rattle of construction. Hardin laughs. Well, good to meet you, too. He glances around at those around him. Some are smiling, the others nervous. You are from the systems branch, are you not? Asks Hardin, inspecting Feng's clothing. Feng turns to the foreman. You need to call your security. This man is a corporate agent. The foreman glances between Feng and Hardin, his hands drumming at his sides. Hardin leans towards him and says something inaudible. The foreman nods. It's true. As you begin speaking, Hardin turns his attention to you. What would a sleeper know about that? You accuse me of being a corporate agent? What are you if not exactly that? He looks around at the group, who are already eyeing you with suspicion. You are a product of SNARP. You have no place in a Havenage shipyard. Who knows what signals you are sending back to your makers? A murmur of approval runs through the group. Feng holds up a stick of memory. You guessed right. I am Systems, and I have records that link you directly to Solheim right here. He turns to the foreman again. So once again, I'm asking you to take this man into the custody of the shipyard. The foreman remains still. This is not going to go like you thought, little paladin. Hardin's voice is calm, measured. If you have such data, why hasn't it been submitted at a members' meeting for proper review? He shakes his head. I have nothing to hide, unlike a man who does not announce his name, who enters my shipyard with corporate property in tow, and tries to turn my own men against me. You hear it now, the echoing sound of boots on walkways coming from all angles at once, and then settling behind you. Please, says Hardin. Submit the data through the correct channels. Then we can talk. For now, however, you must leave. He gestures behind you to the security detail, their hands on boxy black sidearms at their sides. Feng spits. Hard, you shithead! You can't wriggle out of this one! Security officer draws their weapon and levels it. Feng turns and stares him down. Oh, these humans. Like, if it wasn't such hard on my voice, our player character is totally Krillin. It's like, Fang, let's just calm down. What? You look at Fang. He shakes his head and puts a hand on your shoulder. Let's go, says Fang, and he pushes through security, heading back down the walkway. Once security has walked you out of the shipyard and nudged you back into the corridor, Fang picks up pace. You try to keep up as he slips into the shadows of an entrance. Fang is grinning ear to ear. You know, Sleeper, sometimes people are exactly how you expect them to be. Something pings in his pocket and he takes it out. On the slate, a web of connections starts drawing itself out, stretching to a set of points around the ring. Got him, mutters Fang. What's going on? Hardin is doing what any snaky shithead always does, calling his friends. We're tracking his outgoing messages. Fang's grin looks ghostly in the uplit light of his screen. The old ways are the best. Spook him good enough and they'll give the game away. He jabs at the slate, and you see the web is being drawn over a map of the ring, lines bouncing from point to point. All these dots? These are Hardin's buddies, the one he's messaging right now, and we're gonna find them all. That was on purpose? Of course. Hardin isn't working alone. We need the full set or nothing. Fang glances around and slips the slate back into his pocket. We better split for now, Sleeper, but this is exactly what we need. Good hunting. With a pat on your shoulder, Fang drifts away, back into the flow of people around the shipyard entrance. You watch him go, unsure whether to be angry or impressed. Ooh. Another upgrade point. Now we can do this. Though we're not doing really well with I mean, we could. Sure. There we go. Okay. Oh, great. We have to wait another 4 cycles. Meanwhile, the fuzz is going to be here next cycle. Great. All right, well. Gotta make some money. Yes. Man, that ain't much. Let's see if we got anything interesting here. No. I am not giving you my ship mind fragment. Huh. I can't buy... Really don't have any reason to do that. I don't really want to do that, though. Let's see. What else have we got? Have any scrap components? What is that? All right, that's the pass key. Right. Woof. And I think this costs what? Oh, 60. Great. All right. What do we have to look for here? We've got that, and that one, and that one. Oh, a Yadigan agent. Nope, can't do that one. I can do that one. Nice. Okay, we're just gonna we're gonna avoid that now. I've got a 6 and I don't really want to waste it. I'm concentrating on Welder's Mate just because the engineer is, I've got that bonus.
Oh, hi. Oh. Would you like a tea? Yes, please. Caffeine or no?
No. You okay? Oh. Send your energy to Bird. She's recovering from hiking today. Let's see. What do we want to do? We want to try to steal dock plans? That would give us 100% positive. Or... do we play the exchange? I think we play the exchange because with 100% positive, we should be able to get these last two, and then we could do this. See what happens. There we go. Hey, and we got some more cryo. An ore to fabricate. Ah, damn, we need one more ship mined. Well, hey, we got two already. It's fine. Okay. I want those 2 extra dice, and I think with the fuzz showing up, let's use a stabilizer. There we go. Oh, let's see what happens. Oh, boy. Ah, pretty middle of the road there. 5, 2 4s, and 2 3s. All right, let's see. Oh, a bounty hunter. Oh, great. Hold it there, sleeper, comes a voice from behind you. Don't you run. Let's... Oh, this could be bad. Good, good. A hand pats your coat down. You know your master's voice. Ethan spins you around. He's wearing a wide smirk and a slick jacket, and you immediately know he's terrible news. You got all the way out here and then stayed put? He laughs a cruel laugh. That a sleeper thing? You're my first. You barely hear him. You've noticed the handgun he has leveled at your chest, and it's hard to take your eyes off it. He reaches down with his other hand and slips some kind of ring out from a belt loop without taking his eye off you. Making it to the eye, though, that's pretty good. This place isn't so bad. Bars, markets, people. I pull most of my contracts out of asteroid caves or off of godforsaken moons. He splits the ring into 2 perfect circles. It's hard to hit civilization when there's so much space to pass through. Who are you? Just a freelancer on a contract. He reaches over to slide the rings around your wrist. Go easy. Ooh. Uh-oh. Think. Something keeps disconnecting. I think it's this. Willing to bet the cats probably started chewing on it. Oh, boy. If I run, he's gonna shoot me. This is probably the bad decision. Good, you've got the idea. He grins. It's over. Ethan nudges you to start walking to the ship and home. Going easy. You stumble down the corridor, your hands behind you, your mind racing. Who hired you? Your daddy's at SNR. They want you home for dinner. Ethan yawns and continues to nudge you down the corridor. Shame to come all the way out here just to head back to SNR right away. That tracker of yours makes this too quick. Was hoping you'd put up a bit more of a chase, you know? A running battle through the bright market maybe, or a holdout in the low end. There's a few establishments I would have enjoyed checking out while I asked around. Walk on in silence for a little longer, desperately trying to think of a way to escape. That SNARP tracker will be the death of you. Hey, I have an idea. Ethan interrupts your thoughts. How about on the way back to the ship we stop for a drink? I'm buying. He laughs at his own joke. I have a better idea. This better not be one of those where you do a dramatic pause and then try to jump me, because I'm pretty tired of that. Although, muses Ethan, I've got myself thinking, what's the rush here? The fuzz has us.
Oh no! There's fuzz over there.
Oh, and kitties. Oh, we interrupt this broadcast for a kitty. Hiya, Nara. You have things to say? With your little itty bitty feet? Do you have little feet? Ooh.
This is undignified. Where's my talk?
You gonna talk?
No. My cuteness itself.
It's actually getting a little difficult in coming up with some of these voices. All right. Got myself thinking, what's the rush here? Here we are in one of the most lawless joints in the surrogate systems, and we're heading for the exit. He pauses, and you trudge on in silence. Okay, here's the idea, starts Ethan. You and me, we make a little agreement. Here are the terms. He turns you to face him. You run, or leave, or try to abandon the eye, I shoot you. You plot or scheme, you try to kill me, I shoot you. But, he smiles, you come meet me at an establishment of my choice every few cycles, and you pay my tab, I don't shoot you. He pauses. You don't pay my tab, he rattles his handgun. You get the idea. I get it. Okay then. That sounds to me like a deal. He stretches. You know, I really thought I was gonna have to kill you, but this is so much better. He clicks something at his belt and the rings release from your wrists. I'm gonna see if I can find my old stool at the compressor club. Come see me there. He aims the handgun at you, squinting down the sight. Let me just remind you, that body of yours is one big tracker. So don't even think about leaving the eye. I'll know. Ethan turns and strides off down the corridor, slipping his handgun away. The mix of relief and terror you feel is overwhelming. What are you going to do? I'm gonna take a drink. Really need to get rid of that tracker. Wait for Ethan to run up a tab. Oh, that's lovely. Okay. We got 3 more cycles waiting for him to show up. All right, let's go do a shift. Actually, wait, before we do that. The Compressor Club. What is this place? Still isn't gonna be small, is it? Nope. Huh. That came right back up. Yeah, that or I grabbed a different one. I don't have any 2s. And I don't have a 1. So, looks like we're not going to be doing any hacking today. Alright, well, Let's get to work. We'll take those. There we go. Hey, we've got enough cryo now. I don't want to... I really don't want to deal with that. Let's see. Or... I pick up one of these. I pick up one of those and I do some more work in the shipyard. Because, like, I got these just from dealing with the other ship that's coming in one cycle. I think I can wait. A risky 5. This is probably not the right idea, but we're doing it. All right. What do we have here? Yup. Ramshackle Residential District. The Free Spoke Towering Transit Hub. Oh. We need 150. Good lord. And now that we're here... Another one. Another one. It's like this is really the only good thing that you can do with low rolls. But it comes at another disadvantage. Oh, boy. Maintained by their residents. Ramshackle blocks are always in need of repairs. Helping out is a good way to make friends. Or the clack of filter caps can be heard in every concourse in the low end as the residents play rotating rounds of this game for cryo. Huh. So, safe work, but lower dividends, or risky and get more, or lose. I think we do this. Hey! I like that. That's cool. Unlock the apartment. All right, let's unlock it. What are we finding? Oops.
You found tea.
Take it, Speedy.
Welcome to Speedy. Mwah.
As you push the door open, the automatic lights flicker on inside the apartment. They reveal yellowing plastic panels, the curved shape of wall-mounted utility units, the detritus of a routine life arranged on every surface. You step inside, clicking the door shut behind. The amber light of the aging fixtures glaze everything with pale orange. The work surfaces hold a variety of objects, indistinct in the dull lighting. A pale blue light drifts from a doorway at the end of the room. Sure, let's look at the surfaces. Smudges through the thin layer of dust suggest a recent, rare, and hurried visit. They trace a path to the water dispenser, the auto wash, then to a cabinet still half open. On the shelf sits an empty pill case. You cross the cramped utility room with its auto wash, dispensers, water closet towards the doorway. Through the doorway is a dark, warm room, lit only by the faint glow of a terminal screen. And so I'm getting some serious Zork vibes here. Is whenever you enter the room, you have to look around. It's like, let's please inspect with maximum verbosity. Oh man, that smells so good. Still a little warm. A bunk is tucked into the wall, the blankets ruffled. A wall desk glitters with rows of vials and containers. A briefcase lab sits open, loaded with rows of reagents and compounds you do not recognize. In comparison, this room is clean, ordered, controlled. As you approach the terminal, there is a crackle from somewhere in the dark. Sleeper. Sabine's voice shakily echoes through the apartment. Welcome to my home. I'm sorry I can't be there. I've had to make alternate arrangements. You hear rattling noises, static. I was able to record this message, but I don't dare to show my face. Something is happening within Yadigan. I no longer trust them. Their voice becomes distant, slipping behind the background noise. I have something to ask of you. I want you to get me out. Yadigan were supposed to hide me, to protect me. After everything happened, I was desperate. And then after that, I was too tired to care. A noise like waves passes over the recording. But I'm done with them now. I want out. Screw the debt. But I need insurance, something I can hold against them. I have my suspicions, but I can't be sure. I need information, and, as you know, you need me. A pause. Something clicking in the dark. Hi, the bird. This isn't a threat. You have to understand my position here. Another pause. I know sleepers. I've been here before. I can help you, but not with Yadigan's noose around my neck. Get me data. Get me information. Get me something that I can use against Yadigan. Then I can get out, and you can get what you need. Please. Waves of static cut into Sabine's voice. Bring it here to my terminal. I'll get to it when I can. You look around the tiny room and try to imagine Sabine living here. Working at the desk, sleeping in the bunk, blinking into the terminal in the dark. Recording cuts to static, filling the room with its white hiss, then silence. Now I have missed feelings. Bring me the blue pages. Tonight's tea is Rosalind. It's very nice. Oh, it has such a fruity aroma. And thank you very much for the link there. You sit in front of the humming terminal and hit a few keys. Sabine has left an access port open, but the rest is encrypted, locked away behind passcodes. It seems Sabine might not trust you as much as they want you to think. It's orange, mango, pineapple, and coconut. Wow, you just really wanted to curry some favor, and I didn't. Oh, God, that's so good. Who does Sabine need to hide from? And what debt do they owe to Yadigan? You try to assemble the pieces, but too many are missing. The only thing you know is that without stabilizer, your body will die. You glance at the briefcase lab on the desk. It's glassware glinting in the dark. I'm having coconut chai myself, so it's tropical vacation night. Hey! All we need are the lays and the dancing, and... You turn away and leave, the door clunking shut behind you. Back in the corridor, you notice the scrawled graffiti of a blade on the opposite wall. Yadigan. You feel yourself being drawn into something you don't quite understand. Okay. Well, it's a good thing we held on to this data when we got it. So we're going to go ahead and upload. All right, that doesn't give us anything immediately, but that's fine. What do we have here? This is... Okay, so I want to read this as... Mingy? I don't want to say that as G. I read it as G. Noodle factory and delivery. That's so good. So there's behind my head here is noodle manufacturer. Ming-Gi has a kelp stack in the basement, and he makes noodles from the seaweed. He doesn't pay much, but he'll feed anyone who does a shift. Or express delivery. Delivering noodles to the nameless units at the low end takes guts and a certain fearlessness when it comes to asking for tips. So if I did this... It's a good way to get some work there. The free spoke we have here. Okay, so we're definitely not doing that. Enter the spoke. Tangled network of service passages and makeshift tunnels cut through the spoke as if it were a hive. There are no maps here, or blistered with precarious elevators and stairways. The spoke can be navigated from the outside, but the climb requires bravery. Good lord! No! Not with a couple of threes! Let's see. We're good on condition, we're good on energy. I think we are just gonna have to do some hard labor. Hey! Ooh, a random scrap item. We can go sell that. Each shift, a crowd of would-be workers gathers outside the shipyard, each of them clinging to a 4-digit number printed on receipt paper. These are their assignment numbers, and you're either called for a shift, or you aren't. As you arrive, the crowd is restless and chatter rumbles through the lines. For those who, like you, have graduated to the work teams, shifts are guaranteed. Having just walked out of a meeting with a supervisor where you were praised for your efforts, you feel the glow of a job well done. Yet, you can't help but feel empathy for those huddled as you pass, waiting for their number to come up. You keep your head down as you leave the shipyard, feeling a little guilty as you do. Hey, sleeper, wait up. Lem's voice trembles as he shouts above the rumble of the crowd. Yeah, work lotteries. Whoa. And you turn to see him pushing through, Mina crying in his arms. Oh, Lem. Good to see you, friend. He's breathing hard after shouldering through the waiting workers. You made the work team. Good for you. He tries to catch his breath, stroking Mina's hair as he does. Shh, baby, give me a second here. He smiles weakly at you as he confronts her, and her cries start to fade. Out of the crowd, he sets Mina down by his side, shiny streaks down both of her cheeks. As he does, you see he's clutching an assignment number on a crumpled piece of paper. Let's ask about let's ask about the little one. Is Mina okay? She's good. We just had to rush up here. He puts his hand on her shoulder and she clings to his side. Esther, who usually takes her, is sick. He stretches. I don't know. A noise sounds from the entrance, a klaxon, followed by a list of numbers growing brightly on a display screen. The crowd responds instantly, pushing and pulling as people try to wade to the entry checkpoint. Lem stops and turns back towards the crowd, then glances down at the crumpled paper. That's my number. Shit. Mina? He starts patting the pockets on his gear and glancing around. Go. I'll watch her. Blinks a little, staring at you. Thank you. I'll... He crouches to Mina. You're gonna stay with our friend here, okay? They're gonna keep you safe, and... He stands back up. Here, take her bag. He shoves it into your hands. She's got food. She's got... Oh, shit, I have to go. He backs away into the crowd. Mina, I'll be back real soon, okay? Be good. Then Lem disappears into the roiling crowd. We're now trying to get into the shipyard before it locks down. So, who wants to call it that Lem dies and you just adopted Mina? 'Cause I'm thinking those chances are pretty good. Mina stands staring, suddenly small without Lem at her side. She fixes you with a dark-eyed look you can't quite read. Hey, Mina. She holds the stare unmoving. Two parallel tear tracks still glint on her cheeks. You okay, Mina? She sniffs and looks down. Sure, let's look in the bag. You unlatch the top of the bag and see a few metal containers fashioned from scrap components. Battered slate sits on top, blinking a low battery warning. Tucked beside it is a ragged rabbit, hand-sewn. Yeah, take the rabbit. You pull the rabbit out of the bag, its long limbs waggling as you do. Mina goes to jump and grab it, but holds herself back. She stands and hugs herself, eyes on the rabbit. What's their name? Mina turns away and looks at the entrance to the shipyard. This isn't going well. Sure, give her the rabbit. You hold the rabbit out, and Mina snatches it from your hand. She hugs it tightly without looking away from you. Bun, she says, staring you down, ferocious despite her size. Good. You have to have... It's Bun the Magnificent. I didn't realize I was that excited about rabbits. Hi, Bun. You move a little closer as you speak, closing the gap. He doesn't speak, she says. She looks at you suspiciously, but her face softens a little. She waggles Bun in front of you and then walks him up your arm and onto your shoulder where he sits. She pokes your arm a couple of times. Are you really a robot? Sort of. Yeah, she thinks. Me too. Mina has more questions. Lots of questions. Questions about how you breathe, or if you rust, Before long, you're talking about rabbits, and what Esther, the lady who usually takes her, smells like, and whether or not fairies live in the eye's heating pipes. You pass the time like this, sitting side by side on the floor of the walkway as others pass by, sometimes talking, sometimes drawing on the slate, sometimes playing with Bun Bun, the Magnificent. And this is how Lem finds you. Oh, thank fuck. Let's all just breathe for a moment. Because I was fucking terrified, were you? Just as both of you are starting to yawn. He's dirty, tired, but Mina leaps up his legs and into his arms as he stumbles backwards. You two get on okay? He asks, trying to keep Mina from climbing onto his shoulders. More than okay. Yeah, more than okay. Mina shoots you a smile from Lem's arms, her suspicion gone. Well, looks like Meanie can be nice. He pokes her in the ribs and she squeals in delight. Thank you, friend. I mean it. He gives you a warm, wide smile. I owe you. Look, he glances around. It seems like Esther, the lady who usually watches her, is gonna be out for a spell. If you ever have some time, I'd really appreciate you coming down to our place in the low end. He grins sheepishly. If you have time. But now I have to make this one to eat. I have to take this one to eat. He plays at biting Mina and she giggles in response. See ya, sleeper. He waves and they stumble off down the corridor, drawing gazes from passing spacers as Mina's laughter echoes down the corridor in bright squeals. Our quest log is humongous right now. Alright, so we've got to help. So we need to help Lem work. We've got to get those shrooms for Emphas. We got to get Sabine out with as much Yadigan data as possible. We've got to win a side reel ticket, which we're currently working on. And to build a ship mind, which we hope we'll be able to get something like that over the next 3 cycles. Good lord. Oh dear. That's not good. Is there anything? Oh, wait. We've got some scrap components. We don't... I mean... We could... We could self-repair. We could hang on to it for that. Keep us from having to use the stabilizer. Or we could just get more cryo. Honestly, let's hang on to it for now. Let's see. I think all of this is 1. Oh, that's a 2. That's a 2. Okay. So it looks like Yadigan agents are 1s, Havenage agents are 2s. Gotta spend this on something. I don't like leaving them to waste like that. Give it a try. Nice. Full energy. That's good to know. All right. Oh, that's so good. All right, a 1, a couple of 2s, and a couple of 4s. Let's see, how many does how many do they need? They need 3. All right, let's deal with the octopus puppy. Those familiar threads wrap around you, bind you, test you. Entity, submit. Hunter's strange head bobs in your vision. Your ally in the sealed dock cannot save you. In that globed head, you see whirling strings of data, so many spinning there that they threaten to tear through the thin skin and whip out into the void around. What happened to this creature? The threads squeeze and you lose any sympathy you might have had. You must escape. Okay, we're doing this. You lash out once more, pushing Hunter back, severing threads that regrow as fast as they are broken. As you slip away, you realize you have to find a way to deal with this Hunter once and for all. This is getting too dangerous. Ooh. We lost quite a bit there. Okay, a couple of 2s. Hey, it's here. Oh, we need 20 cryo to buy scrap? Damn. Let's go do some regular work. This is going to take a lot of steps. Hey, there's some cryo. Oh, hey, I got some more scrap. He's got 2 cycles left. He's got 3 cycles left. The Timber Tea House. Oh boy. The Tavla room in the Timber House is some of the best players in the low end. This is serious, high stakes only play. Ooh. You can trade in your Havenage data? You've heard that the Yadigan Enforcer based here has been paying low-end residents for information on Havenage movements. Huh. Interesting. Oh, hey! Let's go say hi. Aww. Let's see. If I do a 2 here... Nope. I don't want that. Alright. Let's try... Let's see what happens when I input one of these. One? It does one? Wow. Okay. That's good to know. Hang on, before we do that, let's go to the exchange. Let's sell this. See what we can get. 12 cryo. It's fine. I can still buy some food. Damn it. Well, that was a waste. It's a gamble. So I'm really just losing 8 to that. It's 18 and then 12, so it'll put me back to 30. That'll work. There we go. Shipmind core. All right. Your newly built ship mine has impressed the orc traders, and there's no reason you can't build more. Okay. What does that give me? All right. Let's see. Gain energy after any engage action. Kind of like that one. Yeah. All right. We still have a couple of 2s and a 4. So now I gotta figure out what the hell I'm supposed to do with this. See if I can put these 2s to good work. Nope, that's a 1. All right, well, let's do this. Okay. Got another one of those. Hey! I'll take the cryo, please and thank you. All right. Got a 4. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Oof. I don't like that, though. Excuse me. +2 low ender or -3 cryo. Huh. Wow. See, that's really good. I like that. All right. We've got 7 Havenage data. Let's see what happens when we do 1. $10 cryo. That ain't much. Still need those. Can't do anything there. Ah, +19 or -11. Wow. Eh. All right. Huh. So it doesn't matter what, you just get 15 cryo. Interesting. Two more cycles. Let's see. I think, honestly, we kind of need to do this. Because we have a lot of points that we've got to sink into this. All right. Bedtime. Holy shit! 3 6s and a 4. Good lord. Let us seize the day. All right. I think... let's do one of these. So we've got a 6, so we're going to get a positive outcome no matter what. I mean, I could seriously just sink all 3 there. Definitely doing it. There we go. Oh, By the end of the day, Mina curls up in your lap as you read her a story. She's asleep when Lem gets back and you two eat together. Aww. Hey, we got two energy from that. Let's do that. There we go. We're still waiting on that one. Like, that's new. And a 2. Right. Okay, so it really doesn't matter. Havenage agents are 2s, Yadigan agents are 1s, and the key nodes could be anything. Okay. Bird, if you're there, what do you think I should spend this last 6 on? Should I spend it on Lem and Mina, helping him get a spot, or should I put it towards getting some more side rail hull, or should I do something entirely different? Like, oh wait, what's this? You helped him already? Yes, I did. Midline Freight Hub. What is this? Oh, shit. Okay. I think our next point, we're going to have to up our interface. Freight operator. Midline runs an automated freight down from the free spoke. They need skilled operators, and you don't have to lift a single crate. Or steal a shipment. With so many shipments, what's one diverted package? You would have no idea what you're stealing, but that's part of the fun, right? And then you can only do that 3 times before they're on to you. Make myself some scratch? Okay. Yeah, you're right, because we're going to need 150 cryo to get into this next area. So, best place to do that. I mean, I could do that. Haven't done it before, and this is really the highest we'll be able to get. This will increase our low-ender status, and we might make some cryo. Ah, man, we only got 3. Well, we're still at a nice number. Oh. A derelict unit? Hello. This half-built unit looks long forgotten, a project that never made it. With enough scrap, you might be able to seal it. Before attempting to fix this place up, you'll need to amass enough scrap to make the repairs. I'm gonna do a thing. Wait. That's just those. He'll show up next cycle. Can't do anything there. Too bad I can't buy scrap. Should have done that, really. That's just those. We can't do anything with this because we don't have a high enough interface. Alright, I'm gonna gamble. Gimme some scrap. Gimme some scrap. There we go. We're looking for a new home. I would not be surprised if we end up getting a place in the low end. All right, we're good. Oh, wow. A couple of 1s and a 2 and a 4. We're gonna be doing some hacking today. Now. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. That's a problem. That's not good. That's not good at all. It's been more than a few cycles since Fang confronted Hardin. The silence since has been noticeable. In your time with Fang, you haven't exactly found him to be reliable, but you did expect to hear the end of whatever plan he put into action. But if he won't come to you, you think as you approach the Havenage building, then it's time to come to him. After all, he did promise to fix your tracker, and you're getting nervous. As you open the bay doors, you see them wide open. As you approach the bay doors, you see them wide open and light pouring out of the once dark room. Stacks of servers and terminals sit outside the bay, suddenly robbed of their mystery by the bright flood lamps. A figure in Havenage security fatigue steps out of the bay as you get closer, carrying a stack of hardware. No, I'm inquisitive. Let's go see. I was like, maybe I should just, like, yeah, cute and cuddly, boys. Cute and cuddly. But, I gotta know. As you get closer, you see the security officer taping up machines from Fang's stash with what looks like hazard tape. This isn't good. You again. Hardin is there, leaning beside the bay entrance so calmly that you barely noticed him. He has a slate in his hand, an inventory of seizures scrawled across it. Predictable. Further evidence of Fang's collusions. You see another security officer come out of the bay and take notice of you. Hardin? Hardin pushes away from the wall and comes closer. Don't worry, Sleeper. We have all the evidence we need. A confession won't be necessary. He gestures around at the stacks of hardware. Spying on fellow Havenage members, hoarding Solheim materials, an obsession with corporate data. It speaks for itself, does it not? I'm not giving you shit. Nothing to add? He looks up at the glass roof above and the stars beyond. We are the ones that provide the oxygen you're breathing, the light you're seeing, the systems you use every day to live out your cycles. This place was hard fought for, Sleeper. It took work, diplomacy, and strength to stop the Eye descending into chaos after Solheim collapsed. Not blind conviction or self-interest. Feng isn't selfish. I know all about the background of our mutual friend Sleeper, don't you worry about that. His parents would be sickened by the damage he's trying to do to the institution they helped found. You see, Sleeper, we're proud of our history here. Andre Erlin and the First Union founded this place, and Havenage has welded his values into the station's very walls. We will never turn away the hardworking, the just, the true citizens of the Eye. I'm trying to lay it down pretty thick. Havenage aren't a gang like Yadigan. We aren't pirates like half the spacers you'll meet in the hub, or esoterics like those Haifa radicals in the Greenway. We are the backbone of this place, proud and true. We named Erlin's Eye, Sleeper. This is our station. He meets your eye. So please, take your false accusations elsewhere before I decide I need that confession after all. If you have any pride, you'll give up Feng the moment he contacts you. You know where to find me. With that, Hardin turns his back and walks back towards the security officers, ordering them to continue the clear-out. As they do, something catches your eye among one of the server stacks, a crumpled, hand-printed box of synthetic chewing gum. A penguin character grinning from the brightly colored card, and scrawled on it a speech bubble reading, "Take me to Timbre." Yoink! I'll be taking this, yoink! Carefully pocket the box, making sure no one is watching, and then turn away, just as another stack of servers is wheeled out of the bay. What have you done, Feng? Where the hell is Timbre? Oh, we already found it. Well, shit. This is not good. Oh. Okay, so there's the thing down here. Hand in gum box. This seems, as my father would put it, less than fully good. Yeah. Yeah. You feel stupid doing this, but the penguin says take me to Timbre, and this is the only Timbre you can find. The waitress looks at you with suspicion as you hand over the box. Is this the right place? As you go to leave the Timbre tea house, a hand falls on your shoulder. Sleeper, Feng hisses from behind you. How did you find me? He's so inconspicuous here. The penguin. Penguin, what are you? Oh, do you mean he minds throwing gum in his mouth? That wasn't meant for you specifically, but... Look, it doesn't matter. Come, let's sit. Feng guides you down a set of stairs to one of the Timbre's lower levels. The tea house is stacked with curved mezzanines, all connected by a central atrium. The levels are filled with makeshift booths and bars, and conversation bounces busily off the metal walls. Feng sees you looking around. This place used to be a fuel tanker's main drum, hence the name. The tea house part is a bit of a misnomer, though. You can get anything the eye offers from this place, but real tea isn't exactly readily available. He picks a booth, itself fashioned from some old salvage tank or container lined with spongy insulation foam, and collapses into it. He looks around furtively. Don't suppose you've seen any Havenage types. They don't usually come out this far. Oh, only you. Not anymore, I'm afraid. Suspended without appeal. Turns out Hardin has someone's ear. He grins. Doesn't bother me, though. Shows we hit a nerve back there. He picks a scrappy, hand-scrawled menu from the table and tosses it over. What are you drinking? Sure, I'll look at the... Sure, why not? Let's play along. Feng is right, the menu is ridiculous. There's at least 10 different infusions, most of which you can't make out. The paper is dominated by an extensive complement of esoteric alcohols and cocktails. Black tea is listed without a price as a seasonal specialty. So you ran into Hardin. Was he pissed? Feng doesn't wait for an answer. That snake is so self-righteous, he might actually believe that Erlin would approve of his meritocratic, oh god, that was hard, meritocratic bullshit. He taps on the table. If Havenage was like it should be, like it was founded to be, they would have shouted him down at any council meeting he dared to mention true citizens. But I guess his kind runs the place now. A young woman with a vine tattoo snaking up her arm turns up at the booth, a slate in hand. Your order? You skim the menu, your eyes glazing over. Time to pick something. Yeah, go with the kelp infusion. Well, I mean, I have no idea what this is. That's gonna... Oh boy, we are very low on energy. I think we should go with the kelp infusion. Because it's like at least 10 different infusions, most of which you can't make out. Sure, no, you know what? Like, this might be the safe one, but it may not even have it, but let's go with this. A Garol? No idea. Feng taps the table to order the same. And you? She begins, looking to Feng, but when she sees him, she suddenly stops. What the? Feng shrinks a little. You're supposed to be working. This is your shift. He grins sheepishly. You work here? Feng waves you to be quiet. Look, Jenna, let's just say this is my break. My friend here has been through a lot. Jenna looks between the two of you. Wave, nod, or cough? Wave. Sure. Feng doesn't look pleased. 2 minutes, says Jenna, pointing at Feng. Only because I don't want to get dragged into whatever this is. She gestures at the table and walks off. What? Feng stretches out in the booth. You know how it is. We all have to eat. Plus, it's the best place around here to find a person you might be looking for. Who? Remember that web of connections that Hardin pinged the moment we confronted him? Those are his collaborators. If we want to understand what a Solheim executive might be getting up to on the Eye, those are the people we have to find. Feng is almost whispering now. There's a couple of them I suspect are in the low end, and well, almost everyone in the low end comes through this place at one time or another. He brings a modified slate out onto the table. I've set this up so that when anyone with the network signature I'm looking for comes into close proximity, it'll mark them. Once they're marked, we can break through their access protocols and get at the good stuff inside. We just have to find them first, hence me moonlighting as a waiter. Suddenly a smile grows across his face. Wait, I have an idea. Oh no. Look, I can't cover enough of the low end on my own, and so far I've had no matches in this place. With two of us, we can cover more ground. Huh? What am I getting into? Well, Fang has a hangdog look. We need to get you out and about in the low end, in close proximity to as many people and residents as possible. And it turns out my friend Mingy needs some help with deliveries. As in Mingy Express? So you already know him, perfect! Fang places a tiny receiver on the table. This connects to my slate and runs the same marking protocol if you get near any of our targets. So all you have to do is take some delivery shifts for old Mingy, and soon enough we'll have the place covered. Fang, don't give me that. You think I like working here? I thought you could use the tips. We are in this together, right? Yeah. It's like, yeah, I'm doing all this for him. He hasn't exactly helped me out, and, you know, we still have the whole bounty hunter situation we've got to deal with. Are we? Yes! You think Hardin is happy to have you wandering around the place? He might have let you wander off for now, but I'm sure he has his eye on you. This is on you, too. Fang slips his slate back under his clothes. Just head on up to Mingy Express, take a delivery shift, and we'll see what shakes up. You manage to find anyone and extract any data, bring it right down here to me. They have me on double shifts, so I shouldn't be hard to find. Jenna walks past carrying a tray of drinks and sharply catches Fang's eye. I don't think she's bringing your drink. He stands. I think it's time we called this meeting to a close. Grab the receiver from the table and slip it into a pocket. See you soon, sleeper. Stay safe. Fang adds before turning and walking off towards the bar, whistling as he does. For fuck's sake! How am I supposed to balance this, babysitting, and working my regular job? Ugh. All right. All right, we can do this. I'm okay throwing a 4 on here. Might get a little cryo. Hey! Not bad for 25%. And let's take care of all these low rolls. There we go. Gimme. And another one. Give me something positive. Dang it. Hey, we got some cryo. We've got to have something to offset. All right, we're low on energy. There we go. Don't like having to spend the cryo, but it's fine. I think we may go down to 3 dice this time. Also... Yep, we're down to 3 dice. A 4 and 2 twos. Wow. Okay. We're going to take a break because I need another drink. So we'll be back in just a few minutes. Let's see. Where's the thing that there we go. I picked up some new music this time. So see you in a bit. And we're back. I had just enough time to make my walk of shame with my mug of tea. Have my drink with me. All right. I don't want to waste any time. Let's just go. Let's go. All right. Four and 2 twos. What are we gonna do? I can't buy any more scrap there. My roll isn't high enough for that. Let's see. Really don't like those odds. Ah. Nice. Yeah. We are not going to be rolling this high. All right, we are going to need... Let's go order some fungus. We need the energy. There we go. Oh, shit. 58 cryo. Damn it. We have 2 cycles to pay the tab because of being fair-minded. Fuck. Okay. I think... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's turn this in. As you turn away from the terminal, the final cache of Yadigan data uploaded, the air crackles with white noise. Sleeper? Sabine's voice, weaker than before, comes through the haze. Sabine? A sigh of relief comes through the layers of noise. The call must be coming in from somewhere on the station. This has to be short. I don't know if Yadigan are monitoring me. Their voice is hushed, distant. You try to focus on it. The data you've been bringing in from Yadigan agents, there's something in it I don't understand. Shrill howl rattles through the signal. This data is all gleaned from their implants, records of integration with their nervous systems, performance analysis, error rates, usage data. I installed many of these implants, and I didn't enable any of this functionality. Their voice dips under the level of the noise, like a swimmer slipping beneath the water. You listen to the waves for a few seconds before Sabine reemerges. Has to be somehow baked into their wetware interface. That's not all. The systems compiling this data are connected to some kind of transmission protocol. It's being broadcast. Wait, why? Every Yadigan enforcer is equipped with black market implants, retinal enhancements, adrenaline boosters, pain suppressors. These implants are gathering data on themselves, on the enforcers' bodies, on their performance. Why? I can't tell. But I can promise you these foot soldiers have no idea this is going on. Background tone switches, dropping to a grainy rumble. If they knew, I don't imagine they would be happy with the situation. Yadigan could have a mutiny on their hands. You lean towards the terminal, straining to listen to Sabine's faint voice. I need a few cycles to pull this all together. but this might be the information I need to press Yannick into releasing my debt. Yannick? That's a name we haven't heard before. He's one of the heads of Yadigan. They pause. It's better you don't know him. Keep it that way. Suddenly, a banging echoes through the call. Sabine's voice is suddenly whispered, panicked. I have to go. Come back in 4 cycles. Then the sharp crack of a disconnect, and silence fills the apartment. I step back from the terminal. What does Yadigan have to gain from monitoring its own members? You try to recall what you know about the gang, but you have little to go on. You think of Toshiro, Sabine's minder, his mirrored teardrop implant set below hard eyes. What data could they be gathering? And more importantly, where are they sending it? You reflexively rub your forehead, trying to think. Can you really trust Sabine? How did they come to be Yadigan's doctor in the first place? You think of their kindness, their care, but also that glazed look of recognition that they gave you when they first met you. That look stays in your mind as you slip back out of the apartment, glancing around as you close it up and drift into the corridors of the station, unable to shake the unpleasant sensation of being observed. Great. Oh, hey. Well, I can hand over this and get some cryo. That puts me at 60. That's good. So now I can go here. Oh, and I gotta pay his tab. Jesus. How can someone drink this much in 6 cycles? Ethan hasn't held back while he's been at the compressor. Goes almost all of my cryo. As you hand over the chits, you hear Ethan laughing hysterically somewhere down the bar. I can't believe you just did that. Ethan's mocking laugh comes from along the bar. You look over to see him leaning across it in a pool of light, empty glasses and spilled drinks glinting around him. It's always dark in the compressor, but this cycle, the place is packed. A load of spacers mixing with the locals. Usually they run. Ethan spins a glass on the bar. Or they go spend their savings on some local heavy I have to put down. They don't pay. Walk away. Ethan gets to his feet. The glass falls and smashes, but he doesn't even notice. You think that's it? 1 round of drinks and we're even? Sleeper, come on! His hand comes to rest on the butt of his handgun dangling from a chest holster. What's wrong with you? Ethan laughs hard, and the people around him turn to see what's happening. You think this is on me? I think someone in your position might have a better idea of how this all works. I'm a freelancer, Sleeper, just like you. We both signed a contract with SNR, didn't we? The difference is, my word means something. He closes the gap, stumbling a little. What did you think? You could just run away from your contract, your debt? You could just steal that natty little body of yours and take it for a joyride? Play human for a cycle or 2? You don't understand. It's you, Sleeper, that doesn't understand. Some of us pay our debts, but it's all the harder because of idiots like you. Oh, I should thank you. Ethan nods, his head heavy, for giving me such an easy job. I'm used to outlaws, you know, real bounties. If I knew catching sad little escapees like you was so easy, I would have changed clients ages ago. Someone shouts from the back of the bar for Ethan to shut up. He holds up a finger in that general direction without turning around. We gotta play the long game here, and I'm really bad about playing the long game. Nothing to add? Ethan turns and walks back towards the bar. Good. Lesson learned. Ethan sits heavily back down on his stool and searches through his glasses for one with something left in it. The thing is, Sleeper, I can find you anywhere. It's actually wild that you haven't figured it out. That body isn't yours, and they'll always betray you. No matter what, he finds a glass and downs the contents. So please, go. I'll catch up with you whenever I need another. He laughs and taps the bar for a fresh drink. Look at yourself. Give it up, Sleeper. I'm done teaching you for today. He settles his head on the bar and closes his eyes. I'm sick of you. Go find a job. You turn on your heel and are out of the cloying dark and the sweat stench of the compressor. You walk hard and fast down the walkway, anger driving your footfalls into the metal of the rim like hammers. Well, at least we got an upgrade point. Okay. This seems like a charmer. Yeah. There's something that we need to upgrade, don't we? It's the interface. Let's go ahead and upgrade our interface. Does that unlock that? It does. So that would put this at a 3. It would give me some cryo, and I'm gonna need some, because good lord. Also, we've got the hunter to deal with again. Got 4 cycles on that one. We got 4 cycles on... Wait, do we really have 4 cycles? Oh, jeez. That thing's still there, but we can't do a thing about it because we've spent all of our allowance. Probably shouldn't do this, but I could use the cryo. Great, they give me 10 cryo. Yay. Ooh. Woof. There's a lot of spinning plates here. Oh well. Ina's crying when Lem leaves and refuses to talk to you. The hours crawl by and you're desperate to get out when Lem finally returns. Aw. She just had a bad day is all. I am purposefully not doing any hacking. I'm trying to get my cryo back up. All right. end the cycle. Four, a 2, and a 1. Jesus. Come on, roll something a little higher. One there, one there. Let's... Come on. Damn it. That was a waste. Now's when the game starts getting really difficult. What am I supposed to do with this ship mind core? Nope. I hate these odds. Whew. Hey, we got some energy. Good. Okay, what did that one say? Oh. Oh well. Let's, let's make them. Let's get rid of that. Huh. I didn't realize that that got a bonus like that. Okay. Oh, God, I hate it when that happens. Oh. Didn't show up. Oh, fantastic. We dodged that one. Oh, boy. Take that. All right, we're back up to 46 cryo. That ain't bad for today. By the way, apparently they're going back to this on Talking Simulator. Really? I'm interested to see how, how they play things a little differently on this one. Oh, good. We got some good ones this time. All right. A 1, a 5, and a 3. All right. We are definitely going to need to get some energy. We also need to get some perk going. Something. What do we choose? What do we throw this at? We could finish that one, or we could finish this one. Study the winter light. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I don't think we can. I think that one is just abandoned to us at this point. This is going to give us 15 cryo. Let's see. We're going to need the energy. 2 and 2. That ups our energy, and it would give us better low ender. Oh man. We need more scrap to do this. We've got... That's not really doing anything for us, just giving us another way to work stuff. There's this. No matter what we do, we are going to finish a quest. That's a safe one, too. Let's roll it. Mina leads you on a winding tour of the block, chatting to the neighbors and collecting snacks. For a while, you forget about everything else. Aww. I'm really rolling it, rolling it for like this is, oof. Do it. Do it. Hey. But hey, we still made it. Even with a negative outcome, we did it. She's asleep, whispered as Lem, creeping back out of the unit's tiny bedroom, sliding the door shut as he does. You are perched at a thin bar in the main room, the slate in front of you still glowing with Mina and your drawings from a cycle spent together. There's a ring, the only word Mina has known. The only world Mina has known. With stick figures standing along its edge. The tall one is you. Drink? Asks Lem, producing a worn-looking bottle of Girol from under the bar, its contents glowing amber in the fluorescent light. Sure. Lem nods and glugs a few fingers into a couple of metal tumblers, then sits down with you at the bar. Cheers, he offers, and you clink the metal containers together. You know, we actually have something to celebrate this time around. Lem gives you a sideways look. I made the assembly team on the side reel. He grins broadly. Clearly, he's been desperate to tell you all cycle. Yeah, oh, it's amazing. Aw. Lem holds up his drink. Couldn't have done it without you keeping an eye on little meanie back here. Lem shifts a little on his stool. He looks uncomfortable. How's our girl doing, Sleeper? I haven't seen much of her these past cycles. She's had some good days and some not so good days, so, a little tricky. Yeah, she can be tricky like that. She can close you out in a second. She's a stubborn one, he raps on the bar. That'll serve her well, I think. His eyes drift to the bedroom door. okay? I can't take all the credit for Mina. She isn't actually mine. He gazes into the middle distance. I pulled her off of a refugee shuttle out by one of Ember's moons. The colony was falling apart for decades after Solheim collapsed, surviving on next to nothing. Eventually, some of the residents tried to make for the eye on these decrepit old shuttles. He sloshes the drink around in his tumbler. They had no idea what they were doing. The one Mina was on decompressed halfway here. Everyone spaced. The only reason she made it was someone sealed her in a weapons locker. She was ice cold when I reached her. Purple lips. He shivers. Once I picked her up, I wouldn't let go. Medics treated her with me still clinging to her. He takes a drink. Still not sure why. He reaches over and refills his cup. We weren't exactly anybody's heroes, you understand? We were private military, hired in by Conway to protect their claims in the collapse. Once I got Mina, that was it. I quit. Got us dumped here. You saved her. I'm gonna sound like an idiot now, but... sighs. She saved me. That's the truth of it. He looks around the decaying unit. Its stained plastic plating and flickering lights. Me? I brought her to this. She was tiny, too small to know what she lost, but I can't stop thinking about it. He rubs his eyes, dark with tiredness. What if our number doesn't come up in the draw, Sleeper? What then? Sidereal will sail off without a thought, leaving us here. What kind of life is that for her? He runs on hope and dreams. Sorry, I know you don't have it any better. He looks at his cup and pushes it away down the bar. This is a celebration, right? Both of us on the team now, both of us in with a chance. Aww. Together. That's right. We hold on together. Imagine, all three of us riding the sidereal horizon out of here, to a new world. He looks into his glass for a moment. I think I drank this too fast. Lem stands and starts to clear the glasses into the auto wash. I need some sleep, friend. Yeah. Me too. Alright then. He catches your shoulder as you turn to leave. Thank you, Sleeper. I mean it. From both of us. He pats your shoulder and you slip out into the dark of the walkway with thoughts of little Mina in your mind. Aww. Aww. Even have the achievement of good robot. Alright. I think we need energy. We've been putting that one off for far too long. All right, so there's that. Let's go ahead and sink this one too. Get as much as we can out of this. There we go. Sleeper. You see Fang coming up the corridor as you step out of Mingy's, the kelp noodle smell still clinging to your clothes. He comes up fast and stops close, looking around suspiciously. I don't have long. Take these. It's dangerous. Go alone. Take this. Fang palms you a couple of those metal thumbnail-sized drives. Ripper worms. My slate has been buzzing like crazy. It seems your delivery shifts turned up our 2 targets. He squeezes your shoulder. I knew you could do it. Now we nail those snakes. What do we... let me guess. We're gonna do the same thing as before? What do we do? Hardin's boys are all connected by some kind of closed network. You break the access protocols on both of them, you should be able to gain the location of the nearest network ports. Slot the Ripper worms in those ports, one each, and they'll feed me anything and everything stored on Hardin's shadow network. He smiles. Can't wait to see what juicy plans they have in there. You hear the scuff of boots as a group comes up the corridor, likely on their way to a place in order with Mingy. You turn for a second, and when you look back, Feng is already halfway down the corridor in the opposite direction. He raises a hand in farewell and is gone. You run your fingers over the tiny ripperworm drives in your pocket, smile to yourself as you wonder how mad Jenna will be at Feng for this little excursion. Time to slot some worms. I guess that's what these two are over here. Shit. You have to match a 6? I guess you could match a 4 and still get there. That, you got a 1. It's another 1. That's a 5. So in other words, we gotta roll pretty damn high. Okay. All right. End the cycle. Gonna fade. Oh, for fuck's sake! Are you fucking kidding me? Well, this day just went to shit. Ugh. Alright, we gotta do something. I need to get full value here. As much as I can, anyway. We're gonna need to pop our last stabilizer. We are not doing well. We might very well not make it to the end of this game. See what happens. Nice. Was not expecting that. All right. We have any 1s over here that we can use? There's a 1. That's a 1. Wonder what we need that one for. Nope. Won't even let me slot that. That's a 3. Nope. Havenage Agent 2. Nope. Wow. Okay. Alright, looks like I'm just gonna gonna have to use this. Get some cryo out of it. And some data. Okay. Now, let's go back, and we're gonna pop our last stabilizer, because if we don't, we're gonna drop down to just 2 dice, and I really want to get 5 for the next cycle, because we need to have as many dice as possible to resolve whatever the hell's gonna happen here. And I really hope that we're not gonna go completely broke. There we go. Come on. Give me some 6s. Okay. That's not the best, but it's not bad either. Great. Yeah, not great, not terrible, right? All right, should we... I feel like we should deal with Sabine first, because there's no telling what's going to happen when we deal with Ethan. "4 cycles," Sabine said, "and here you are, right on time, with no sign of them." You wait a while in the apartment, the dread descending as the cycle spins onward. They should be here. Yeah, check the terminal. You check and double the terminal for messages or recordings. Nothing. Just the pale glow, the silence. Pace back and forth around the apartment, the rumbling of the station suddenly so present and loud. You go to the door and open it to an empty corridor. You close it again. You try to settle down to wait. You sit on the bunk and stare out at the tiny room. The hell are they? A knock at the door. Shit. Figure stands in the door and immediately you know it's not Sabine. They're taller, sharper, and something in their face glints in the half-light. A dark shape, like a stubby baton, hangs loosely from her hand. Oh boy. This could not go well. "Our local sleeper. Good to finally meet you." She steps into the apartment, glancing around with sharp eyes. "What, may I ask, are you doing here?" She fixes you with a steady, unwavering stare. I mean, nothing is the truth, really. "No need to get jumpy. We just need to discuss our mutual friend." She walks past you into the apartment, glancing around. "We set them up here, you know. This place is one of ours." She picks up a glass from the dispenser and inspects it. People always seem to forget who put them where they are. She glances at you. And I suppose you are here to help? Don't answer the question. Where are they? I was hoping you would be able to help with that. She spins the baton in her fingers by her side, her eyes not leaving yours. We have a problem, you and I. It seems our friend has disappeared, left without even saying goodbye. Which means they're in a little trouble now. But it's the kind of trouble that you need help for, so I thought I'd come down here and take a look at their little hidey hole, and here you are. The help. She looks through the detritus on the side. And what help? A sleeper, no less, which I have to admit is a little surprising. It suggests to me that our friend hasn't been very honest with you either. Sure, let's just keep you talking. What do you mean? Well, I'm sorry to report that before we got them set up here, Sabine was working for your owners, SNR. You blink hard at the news, unsure how to take it. Rabia looks away, waiting for a response. Prove it. Happily. She crosses into the next room and you follow silently. She sits at the terminal and touches her baton to one of the access ports. A spark, then the terminal screen skips, encrypted folders emptying themselves before your eyes. In the flicker of files, you see SNARP letterheads and code forms, reports laden with medical data marked with a corporate logo like the sigil of some cult. Rabia steps away from the terminal. Look all you want. Some of your files may even be there. The volume of documents is overwhelming, but they seem to be mostly reports on early emulation tests, surveys with sleeper candidates, reams and reams of usage data. If Sabine was an SNARP employee, why did they help you? Rabia reaches over and places a vial of stabilizer on the desk, breaking your concentration. It shimmers in the screen light, its viscous, clear liquid crystalline within the glass. We will of course keep up the supply. We are more than able to dispense important medicines, even without the doctor. You hold it between your fingers, and for a tiny moment you have the urge to crush this object for the power it has over you. I'll ask Toshiro to make those a little cheaper for you. He'll be running the surgery now. Rabia closes up the briefcase and holds it at her side. We have to retrieve our assets, of course, but I'm sure you understand. Rabia turns on her way out. There's no reason for us to be enemies, Sleeper. Come see me. I keep an office nearby. We have good work to do, you and I. Meet me there in a few cycles. She slips out silently into the corridor. You look around for the apartment and feel the fear drain out of your body to reveal the tiredness beneath. Well, shit. Extract Yadigan data for Sabine. Wait for Sabine to make contact. Yeah, well, where the fuck is she gonna make contact? They. Okay. The hell now? Let's get our point before we go deal with our wonderful friend. Excuse me. I'm gonna gamble a bit here. Okay. I don't like where this is going. The compressor is quiet today. The usual crowds are elsewhere, and the pumping music washes over a handful of spacers and a few drunks. Ethan is still on the same stool in the same pool of light. His head is low, close to the bar, and the bartender is ignoring him. As you get closer, he lifts his head and turns. Sleeper! He turns to look at you. Time to pay up again, is it? Come here, take their chits. Yeah, let's just wait. Bartender ignores Ethan. It seems they cut him off. Hey! Come take the chits! The bartender ignores him. Ethan lets out a huge sigh, rubbing his eyes with his palms. He reaches towards his holster. His elbow slips and the gun tumbles out. It clatters on the bar and falls to the floor, bouncing onto the ground between you. Both you and the bartender look at the gun, stare at it. Butterfingers, says Ethan, and puts out a hand, beckoning for you to give him the gun. But if you would... Bartender looks at you warily. You crouch down and pick up the gun. Ethan turns his head in your direction a little, a sharp, pale eye locking with yours. The bartender backs away. Oh. He turns on the stool. Oh, sleeper. He stands. This is more like it. You don't wait. You pull the trigger. The gun clicks. By now, all the attention in the bar is on you and Ethan, who looks at his gun with a bemused expression. Bartender raises an open hand, and in it are 10 shiny bullets. 10 shiny bullets he took out of Ethan's gun while he was asleep on the bar. Ethan smiles at the bartender. Oh well, he says, and grabs the gun, slamming it back into your face in a single move. You stagger back and drop to a knee. Somewhere nearby, the gun clatters onto a surface. It hits a glancing blow, but it makes your vision swim. Through the blur, you see Ethan wrestle a small, thin slate from his belt and hold it up. Enough of this. I'm logging the job and calling it in. Ethan taps the slate. No more playing. Your head aches. Ethan taps through a few screens impatiently. He swears and taps again. He starts shouting, dull echo to your ringing ears. He starts screaming at the slate and throws it across the bar. He crouches down and grabs you by the chin, his face close, his breath heavy with drink. SNARP just screwed me. He grins maniacally. They canceled the contract. He stands up. They canceled the contract! He shouts at the ceiling of the compressor. You stand up, struggling to your feet, the sting of the hit fading. Ethan is rubbing his temples, his face pale. You hear a clicking sound, like coins being counted. Like bullets being loaded into a magazine. When you shake off the last of the blur, the bartender has Ethan's pistol trained on Ethan's head. Ethan stumbles back towards the middle of the room, all eyes trained on him. I'll kill all of you, he screams. He stumbles into the wall, spinning away towards the door. I'll be back for that, he shouts at the bartender and lunges out at the compressor. Steady yourself on the bar. Catch your breath. The rumble of the conversation returns. The bartender goes to say something, but then thinks better of it and begins to clean the bar. After a while, you wander out into the light of the bright market, looking for Ethan around every corner. Shit! Oh boy. Ethan may be disarmed, but you doubt you've seen the last of him. Okay, so we've got 8 cycles before he shows back up. Ooh, boy. And we still have a lot to deal with. We've got 2 cycles before Rabia wants us there. Hey, the stabilizer's a little bit more affordable. Toshiro now runs a dispensary out of the block. He eyes you as you approach. There's no sign of Sabine. Huh. Okay. Okay. We've got some things we've got to do. There's our 6. Or can we use the 4? We can use the 4. All right. Okay. And there's one Ripper Worm. Takes a 5 or a 3. I'll have to use the 5. I don't have a 3. And I want to get this done. Just provide Fang with the ability to rip any data he likes from Hardin's network. There we go. Do it. Do the thing. Orb makes a little nest among the agent's data. Enjoy your stay, little friend. Aww. Okay. Let's get out of this. We need to make some money. Hey. Hello, Fang. What have we got? As you walk into the timbre, you quickly spot Fang arguing with Jenna. Let's wait. Doesn't look good. Fang seems to be explaining something, but Jenna is having none of it. She points to the door, and Fang walks away, catching your eye as he turns. Could have done with you getting here a minute or so ago. He glances back at Jenna. Well, either way, it looks like I'm fired. Good news is that it doesn't look like you need the job anyway. He takes out his slate, pulsing with pale light. Now let's take a look at what you're really here for. The slate is a whirring mess of code streams coming direct from the Ripper Worms as they dig through the agent's data and spin it into threads for the slate to pick up. Anything good? Fang scrolls the display with a finger. A lot of junk. A lot of dull as hell message threads. A lot of tedious data caches, but... Fang's eyes flash. Definitely some good stuff. He stops the screen scrolling on an entry and expands it. Check this out. Fang shows you the screen. You see a bold corporate logo, not Solheim's, and a word below. Conway, Fang says. He's working with Conway. Conway Extractions, right? He's been speaking with them personally. Got a whole chain of messages here, but it's mostly encrypted or redacted. Rubs his head. Damn it, this is juicy, but we can't nail him with it. He scrolls some more. Wait. What's this? A wasteland reclamation facility? Right here in the eye. He glances at you. What's the bet this place is tucked into the wastes? The wastes? Is the section of the eye Erlen couldn't reclaim. It was too damaged, too cut off. Back before the collapse, people would have got there by going down the connected spoke from the hub. But that spoke's broken now, so the only way is the long way. Round the rim, past the green way. He shows you on his slate. Excuse me. Apparently my camera's doing a weird thing. There we go. Feng looks away, thinking. Conway have been making moves on this system since the collapse. I heard they took over one of Solheim's old belt colonies a while ago, moved everyone out and reclaimed the whole rock. But why work with Harden? Access? Old connections? Not sure. Feng looks back at the screen. But if Harden is involved in it, then we need to check it out. Simple as that. A wild goose chase. So what's next? Feng stares out into the middle distance. We have to get to that facility. The answer to whatever Harden has been prepping, planning, has to be there. We are gonna catch him in the act. Give me 5, maybe 6 cycles, then I'll see you on the Greenway. I seem to remember there's some old service docks in the outer shell, up by the Haifa building. Should be a good place to meet. Feng squeezes your shoulder. Thanks again, Sleeper, for sticking with this. I haven't forgotten about that tracker of yours either, but I'm gonna need to be back in my bay to pull a solution together. He turns the slate around to face you, showing a massive scrolling code. I've been working on a fix in my brakes. He winks. Feng grins. See you soon, Sleeper. And he walks out the door of the Timbre without looking back. Great. Another drive. Oh, these are all complete. Okay. Yep, we're working on that, building that home. Crack Conway. Feng is located at Conway facility, very deep in the waste. He needs your help to crack it and expose Harden. Alright. Got another upgrade. There we go. That's what? 8 cycles. Okay. He needs... Oh, man. We're gonna need 150 cryo, all while balancing our energy. Okay. We're gonna hang on to our data for now. Let's see. We still haven't been able to do something with the shipmind core. No. Those who are about to show up. May just do this. Throw that 6 on there and be done with it. Or... Wait. No, I need scrap for that. Okay. There's also this. What does that give me? Damn. Come on. Dropped 2 conditions. We got more cryo. Let's see. Yeah, I say let's do it. 100% positive. This will give us the all 3 dock worker. Sure. A stranded mercenary? Hey, you. Want to earn a chit? Ankita? I guess that's her name, Ankita? Okay, we'll go with it. Ankita stands beside a huge pile of tied-together hull plates. She stretches out her back, her shoulders bulging beneath her flight suit. Make it 2. This goddamn station! She sighs and pinches the bridge of her nose. Alright, come here then. Across the docking concourse as she begins to split the plating into 2 bundles. What is it with this place? She asks as she angrily lashes the massive plates together. Everyone wants their cut. She straightens up to an imposing height, her armor plates creaking, and looks you up and down. Or is it just that you all think I'm an easy mark? We all need to survive. Ankita softens. I get it. I do. She shakes her head. But if I could go just 1 cycle without some jumped-up grifter trying to take me for an idiot, then that would be nice. Ankita hoists 1 bundle of plating onto her shoulder. Come on, then. Enough chat. You've got to earn those chits. You struggle to shoulder the plates, but you do eventually. Ankita gives you a look. Ship's this way. And she sets off down a gantry at impressive speed. As you catch up to her, she turns down a passage, pushing through a small crowd of stevedores. Why are you doing this yourself? I mean, why aren't I hiring those good folk? She nods back at the stevedores. I've paid Havenage enough. They're currently rinsing me for a mooring I can't vacate unless I either fix the ambergris or sell it off as scrap. What's wrong with it? It? Ankita looks at you pointedly. Her. She rapidly turns another corner as you trail behind. She got cut up pretty bad on our last job, and I had to moor up here for a spell. Since then, it's only gotten worse. Someone got in and sliced the core from her ship mind, so now she's gone dark. She lifts the panels on her shoulder. The upshot is that I'm short 1 ship mind, with a ton of repairs to do. The rest of the crew signed off the moment they got wind I'd been stranded. So yeah, it's been a time. Anything I can do to help? I don't know, got a ship mind tucked away on that frame of yours? For a moment, you aren't sure if she's serious. Actually, I do? It's been sitting here? Ankita swings the plates from her back, almost knocking you over in the process. This is me. She hauls the second bundle off your shoulder. You're the first person I've met here who might actually be considered helpful. She pauses, chewing her bottom lip. Look, you want to help? Come see me. I need a hand putting Amber back together, and you don't seem like the type to try anything stupid. She passes the bundles of plates through the ambergris's outer lock, and then turns back. Just don't go spreading all this around. Ankita throws you a couple of chits. She gives you a parting nod and ducks through the doorway. All right, get out of here, she calls back, and the lock slams shut. Well. She's agreeable, isn't she? Aw. Huh. Okay. Interface and an engineer. Ankita has a couple of glitched repair drones in storage. If you can rewire them, they can repair the ambergris for you. So I can either do that, but I gotta be real careful with that because if I fail, it half grounds it. Be all too easy to push it over into a cascading collapse. So, either 6 grounded or 8 ship shape. I think... like, I would leave this for 5s, and I would be comfortable with doing 4s here. But that is... oh wow, we've got more things going on here. What's this Solheim docking bay? Ooh, here we go. Hey! Imagine that, we got some encrypted keys here. These old mag locks look like they each need an encrypted key to open. Why the heavy security for a decaying dock? Let's do it! Mag lock thunks open, you can remove it from the entryway. On to the next one. Let's do it! Do this for a curious name for a ship, right? Maglock thunks open. Alright. A mysterious machine. Neovend 33? Oh my god, it's adorable! A decaying vending machine. As you slip inside the sealed dock, a pulsing light grabs your attention. Among the discarded tubing and rusted plates, a machine flickers with a warm glow. Sure. As you get closer, you recognize the machine's blocky shape settled into an alcove in the side of the dock. A kind of upright cabinet. It's covered in faded logos and messages, from which you assume it was once an industrial vendor, intended to dispense and manufacture ship fittings and other mechanical parts necessary for the regular running of freight and resource extraction vessels. Okay, alright, Bird, I gotta do it. I gotta do the voice. Welcome to the Circus of Value! God, that gets on my nerves so much. Manufacturer is listed as Neovent, and you'll remember an advert from long ago, squeezed among all the off-world recruitment drives that assaulted every planet-born citizen, which chirpily sang that name over and over. You wipe a layer of dust from the cracked screen, thinking of those contractors squeezed by their own corporate employers to pay for every bit of minor maintenance on their rented ships. Enter your registration. Chirps a pre-recorded message, catching you off guard. Sure. Beep, beep, boop. You reach for the keypad and something begins whirring. At first it sounds like servo motors starting up, but it quickly becomes a whisper. Whining. Then a multi-tonal voice that emanates from Neovend. Entity, they hiss. Speak with me. It's probably that fucking hunter. Who's there? There's a squeal, almost like some strange mechanical swallowing or intake of breath before the machine speaks again. I have need of you. You have need of me. That squeal comes again, and you see that it's the 3D printing apparatus in the upper part of the machine resetting into place, so that each time the servos can be orchestrated to produce that whirring, whining voice. You are in danger. Tell me something I don't fucking know. Machine creaks. You are marked for deletion, entity. Hunter tracks you. The screech rattles through the empty dock. You remember the strange head, the figure, the threads closing in. Hunter. The Hunter protocol. They taste your signature. The sudden whine sets your teeth on edge. You have seen them. This is the gift of an emulated mind. You close your eyes and the skeleton of the station starts to thrum. Emulated minds are adaptable. Move where neurons cannot. The mechanism resets. But emulation makes you target. Adaptable? Yes, you can move through. Networks, clouds, hardware, software. Neovend whines. But you cannot hide there. Hunter is there. The servos judder the vending machine's casing as they reset. Hunter searches for me also. Hide in this machine. You look at the ruined vending machine. An unusual hiding place for sure. Can counter Hunter, but need entity outside machine. The light flickers. Need you. A screen attached to the vending machine with a swiveling arm comes to life. It displays a flickering map of the station, ghostly, threaded. The cloud. Points along the rim glow in deep red. Hunter is always gathering. Too much data. Must build nests, explains Neovend. Masters are gone but continues hunt. Bring this data, raid its nests. Masters? Of course. The Hunter is still a dog. And that dog serves someone. Station builders. Solheim. The machine rumbles impatiently. Long gone. Their protocols still haunt. Bring offerings. Save self. Neoven says pointedly. Mutual need means friends. They conclude. Tired of the conversation. The whirring amplifies and then suddenly drops. As mechanisms within the machine click back into place. The glow fades, and you're left stood in the dark of the sealed dock. That whirring voice ringing in your ears. Okay! So what am I bringing you? Hunter data. Oh, hell. Okay. Well, let's check out the bar. What do we have in the bar? Oh. You're unsure if your frame can metabolize alcohol, but this fungal drink fermented along the greenway seems like a good test. The Overlook isn't exactly a restaurant, meaning the only way you'll gain trust around here is with a stiff drink. Or Tala keeps some expired Solheim rations behind the bar for those weary spacers who ask why the Overlook doesn't serve food. Okay. Curious what the rations do. I think we need, what, 150? Yeah. Whew. All right. Let's end this cycle. Oh, hey, we do have another stabilizer. That's good. And let's see what's awaiting us for the next time. A 1, a 1. We have 2 1s and 2 4s. Great. Okay. Well, I don't know about you. I'm a little confused, and I'm not entirely sure we're going to be able to make it all the way to the end of this before Dredge comes out. So we may have to play this on another day. We'll see how far we get next week. And who knows? May have to do like a Saturday night stream or something. Try to finish it up. But, that's pretty intense, huh? All right. I'm getting some sleep. The cats are ready for me to go to bed. I will see y'all next time. Good night, everyone.